Hello there, peeps, sheeps, creeps and jeeps, Spiderrichard here, and today we're doing another video in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. And today we're taking a look at something I've already done a video on, but I think I found a bit of a better way to do it. Today we're looking at the Master of Arms medal, which is to unlock every single weapon, attachment and camo in the campaign. So if you're already trying to do this, then you will know it is the daunting task of getting 650 kills with pretty much every single weapon to unlock everything on it. Now you can check how many kills you've got on each of your weapons by going to the armory and taking a look at it in your loadout. So if you press, if you get onto your, I've got one here called the grind loadout, and if you press Y on your weapon, you'll be able to see how many kills you've got on it by selecting it and looking at the camos. It should tell you, there'll be a little meter at the bottom that has 650 at the top, and it fills with a little yellow bar, and it should tell you once you've got all the kills. Obviously I've got them all here, so I've completed this, so mine doesn't show the little yellow bar, but you can use this to find out how many kills you have. One thing that I found very important when doing this was to make sure that you have the two tac rigs installed, the traversal enhancement and the energy reserves. The traversal enhancement means that you'll get a boost jump and it'll be a lot easier to avoid enemies and stuff, and the energy reserves will pick you up if you get downed, which means you will not reset the number of kills if you get shot too many times. Another thing that was very important was to have a primary weapon as your secondary weapon. You can choose the wild card, what's it called, overkill, to have two primary weapons in your loadout. And this will mean that you can grind out two guns at the same time, because the place I'm going to show you where it's really good to grind out does not have a what they called armory box, so you can't switch out your loadout, so you'll have to only do two guns at a time. Now, although we are going to concentrate on the main loadout, what you want to do is you want to have a second loadout with another two weapons that you are working on currently getting the number of kills up. So make sure you've got the correct wild cards installed that you had on the previous loadout. So make the loadout pretty much exactly the same, except with two different weapons other than the ones that you had on the first one. The reason we're going to do this, I will show you later, and it will all become clear. So just make sure you've got two loadouts. It doesn't really matter which ones. Once we finish this, we're going to go over to the mission selector, and we're going to select the 7th mission, which should be called Rise and Fall. You'll remember this level because it's the one with the really long start in the train station where you got to follow the two people talking and blabbing on. So once we've done that, we are going to back out of this, and we're going to make sure that the game difficulty is set to recruit because we want it as easy as possible. And then we're going to start the mission. After the cutscene at the beginning and fighting your way through the train station, you're going to get to the bit where you need to blow up some structures under the road in order to stop the enemies from coming down these streets. And you'll know you're in the area because you get the spike launcher, or whatever it's called. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to take the right hand side and we're going to go up this little building here. And this area is pretty fantastic for grinding out these kills because you have an infinite amount of enemies coming through this little door at the back. And what you can do is you can just blow up that little red thing so you don't accidentally get some kills with the explosion from that. So just take out that. And then once we've done here, we're going to jump on down and get ourselves right in the thick of it. So, like I said, you are going to be killing lots of human enemies, so they die pretty fast. It's not like the robots where they take a few extra shots, and the enemies infinitely spawn from this area. And if you're quite good, you can usually fight them back until they're just coming through the door. And the excellent part I find about this area is you can hide behind this little barricade here, so you don't get shot from the left. And you can also take them out lying down from here in complete, pretty much safety. Every now and then you'll get a grenade thrown at you, but just chuck that away, and you should be fine. So like, this is honestly where I found the best place to grind out these kills. It's pretty easy to rack them up very fast because there are like, sometimes these enemies come out the door like 5 at a time. And the great thing is, even if you're running out of ammo, if you just run over the dead bodies, your ammo should replenish and go full again. It can be quite easy to hold the door and just stay here and just shoot them while they're coming through when they're like right in front of you. But if you do not feel confident doing this and you're worried that you're going to die and lose all your kills, just stay behind the barrier. There is no reason to go out and lose all the progress for like no reason. So once you've been here a while, you can check how many kills you've got by pressing the back button, I think it is, on the controller, and it'll show up how many kills you've got. And once you've got the 600, or well, once you've got as many as you're quite confident to get, and you don't want to die and lose all those kills, you can come over and blow up these things underneath the road, which will checkpoint you. So you will, even if you do die, you will get reset to just there where you've got the, well, I had 148 kills. So If you need a checkpoint like halfway through a gun, do that. However, I would not advise doing the checkpoints like quite often, because you only have a couple of them and the enemies will start coming from the other side and robots will start spawning and everything the more checkpoints you get. So just try not a checkpoint if you can. And once you've finished having your fun and killing as many people as you can, then just carry on with the mission. It's a relatively short one once you get past this bit, and that's pretty much it. So after you've finished grinding out those 2 weapons, once you've finished doing the checkpoints and moved on to the next part of the level, switch to your secondary loadout, and you can use these weapons to just get any like stray kills as you finish the mission, which means that you'll have the 2 weapons that you've already finished grinding, and you'll also have some kills on these ones. Maybe not as many because there's not very many enemies towards the end of the level, so you should be able to rack up a few, and maybe if you use this loadout for the entire, like for a few guns, you might be able to actually complete these 2 weapons in the process of unlocking all the camos on another few weapons, if that makes any sense. So anyway guys, this has been my video on a bit of how to get Master of Arms faster. If you found this helpful, let me know. I will catch you later.